detecting. Rogue protocol initiated.
Nie, ja pierdolę, jak to kolejny raz. Mamy się znaleźć, kim ty jesteś? Kim ty kurwa jesteś? Już masz przerwę.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Initiating rogue protocol. Helo is returning to base. Incoming hostiles detected. Initiating rogue protocol. Rogue hive detected. Contaminated gear detected. Vital signs critical. Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue assault turret detected. Now detecting contaminated gear. Immediate medical assistance needed. System curtailed. Serious trauma detected. Extraction called for. System disrupted. System restored. System disrupted. System restored. Rogue seeker mine detected. Rogue restorer hive detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Helo is headed back.
I can't.
Rogue agent neutralized. Now detecting contaminated gear. Helo almost at extraction zone. System curtailed. System restored. Rogue hive detected. Rogue agent eliminated. Rogue agent eliminated. Contaminated gear detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Rogue agent neutralized. Now detecting contaminated gear. Serious trauma detected.
What's up, agents? Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's video is going to be the Immortal shotgun build. Do you guys enjoy playing solo in the dark zone? And do you need a build that can dish out lots of damage very quickly and that you can move around, escape difficult situations like tier 6 stinger hives and still come out on top in almost every single fight? This build is going to be one of the best solo shotgun builds that you can possibly use. You can use this in a team or you can use it in conflict. What I'm going to do is give you two different builds, basically. The first one is going to be obviously the priority because it's the Immortal shotgun build. And after we've gone through the whole build, I will showcase to you a second one very quickly. If you guys would like to see even more gameplay for the second one, just let me know in the comments. Maybe if we can get the video to over 500 likes, I can do that for you guys. Because I tried a whole bunch of combinations. I tried running this build with 2.2 million armor with Bulwark, and to some extent it was better surviving, but the problem was my damage. You need to try and balance damage with survivability because you can't really have both, but I finally think I found a way to combine everything: utility, damage, and survivability. So technician specialization is probably something that you're probably thinking that's going to be the one we're going to go for, but it's not going to be. Now the reason being is for my own personal reasons. Now, you can choose whatever specialization you want to be using because it just depends on how you want to play and what kind of play style you want. I am going for firewall specialization. Why? Because I like to use my shield to proc in sync, even though we have a pulse every 9 seconds. So especially in the dark zone, you can see where players are at all times. So you actually don't need this. But the only reason why I want this is because of the armor kit and the shield. This gives us a lot of damage, guys. It's quite strong. So make sure you do utilize the special striker shield. Also, the armor kit is just the best in the game for PvP. It gives us 10 seconds of 200% armor back and health, which is really, really strong, and it's vital in a lot of situations. Shotgun damage is what we're going to primarily focus on, and assault rifle damage, but you can use whatever you want for your secondary. Now, you can go for other specializations. It's completely up to you. Another option would be technician to give your pulse a bit more strength. It's completely up to you guys. Like I said, there's a few other utilities you can utilize. If you want to use this in PvE, you can. It's going to be more of a PvP build, but you know, just go for whatever you would like. I'm trying to justify exactly why I use the specialization to give you guys an idea of my mindset. So this is the build, and 2 million armor. Now it's important to take note, 1.9 million armor as opposed to 2 million armor doesn't seem like a lot, but I've done some testing and it's quite a significant difference, especially with armor regeneration stacking off of baseline incremental values. Like 1% armor regen, if you have more, you know, percentage armor on your build, that escalates that. So everything goes hand in hand. Also adrenaline rush. Now it's important to take note that adrenaline rush, when you look at it, guys, it says 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds. What you need to do is toggle it so that it is PvP settings. So it is now 10%. But 10% bonus armor is very, very good. So as you can see, adrenaline rush, but we do not have intimidate. The reason being is because I wanted to get as much survivability as possible, and that's because we have got the Badger Tough chest piece. You do not have to have this if you don't want to, if you don't have it, really, but if you have it, definitely put this on. Perfect Unbreakable. It's only a 5% difference. So as opposed to 50% in PvP, it's 55%. That's what it says on paper. That 5% difference can save you. So just like I said before, these little incremental differences make a big difference in, you know, when you're actually fighting somebody. So now you guys know what talents we are utilizing. As you can see, we have got a combination of armor, crit chance, and armor regeneration. We also have very, very nice mask here, which gives our pulse a 9-second cooldown. So this is how I've structured this build. I have tried it with 2 Bulwark, 2 Badger Tough, which gives us more armor, and then one of these right here, Healer Guard. And the 2.2 million armor was very good, but the damage wasn't really there. Now, the second variant of this build I will showcase very shortly. If you want to get a bit more damage, it's very much, there's so many options for you guys to go from here. And this is going to be a bit tricky to explain because I tried this with so many different combinations. Coyote Mask instead of the special mask we got here, which is the Night Watcher. I tried it with that, but I found the 9-second pulse to be so strong, and I could always tell my teammates, or when I'm playing solo, as you would with this build, I'll always be able to see where my teammates are at all times. The Unbreakable combination with Adrenaline Rush is so powerful. Every 5 seconds we get 10% of this already huge armor value, and that bonus armor is absolutely vital for me to survive, especially fighting whole groups. Now, damage might be a bit of an issue, but if you take a look, we do have 100% crit damage and 57% critical hit chance with 52,000 armor regen. So, we've got the tankiness, the armor regen, the crit, and we can actually 2 to 3 tap somebody if we can hit our shots. Now, it might be a bit difficult if you're fighting someone who's got like a 1.5 million armor unbreakable assault rifle build, but that's why you can get the edge on them with the pulse. You push these players, adrenaline rush procs, you get all that bonus armor, you work around, wiggle around. On console this will be even stronger, and you can just tank so much damage whilst dealing decent amounts of damage with this build. Like I said, I wanted to try and give us as much armor as possible and armor regeneration with just enough to give us the maximum crit chance, because guys, don't forget, shotguns, okay, so when you shoot a bullet out of your magazine, it's 60% crit chance each bullet. It's not per magazine. So for pellets, when you shoot, there's a bunch of pellets that are shot out of your shotgun. That's a 60% chance that any one of those pellets might crit. So all your pellets might crit with one shot. So it is RNG. So sometimes you can actually 2-shot someone with this build. Okay, sometimes it's a 4-shot. It's hard to gauge, and I have got, you know, some more clips. I got so much more clips that I've been testing. I've been testing this build for over 4 days now. But let me just go on, explaining this piece by piece. Now that you understand exactly what I wanted from this build. So we have got 2 million armor. Very, very important because of the 2-piece Badger Tough. 1.7 to 2 million is a huge difference, and you feel it. You feel so tanky when you're fighting in PvP. So we have got the M870. You can use the Super 90. It's really, really good as well. But because we don't have the highest amount of damage, if I used a more DPS build, or we put a Coyote's Mask with extra damage, I would use the Super 90 because it's very, very powerful, and I really do enjoy the way it fires. This one fires a bit slower, but it hits harder. So we've got 1 million base damage. We can hit decently hard with this. Within sync, damage starts out of cover, very important. In sync, utilize it from the pulse, which comes back every 9 seconds. You're aware of your surroundings, and this will give you a further 30% weapon damage, which is very, very nice. Modifying the shotgun is quite simple. What you want to go, I don't know why my game's still loading, that's ridiculous. Modifying the shotgun is simple. Crit chance over there. Reload speed, I would prefer to go for reload speed there. It's completely up to you. And then here, crit chance. If you guys really want to, have a look. We don't have the small laser pointer, unfortunately. Accuracy is also quite good, but that's what I would recommend going for. Then, the secondary, I gave the Scorpion a go. It's actually really strong with a build like this. Give it a shot, because if we normalize it there, well, now it's in PvP statistics. We have a look. What happens is 2 shots bleed, 4 disrupt, and 7 ensnare. When you hit over 7 shots to 8 shots, guys, they really do die very quickly. This has got a lot of utility, and a lot of the times I bring this out if I was further away from the players. Proccing this on them, I get more crit damage. When you ensnare them, you can swap to your in-sync shotgun and actually one-shot them in the head. If you get 8 shots on someone, a tank player or someone running around you, you can one-shot them with your in-sync shotgun because of that 20% additional damage, and because we have got armor damage on our shotgun rolled natively. So it really, really works well, but it's completely up to you what kind of weapons you want to be using here. Pistol, I'm not going to talk about that. It's completely up to you guys. So this build's simple. We want to survive, whilst still being able to tick away enemies' armor. It's very, very strong in the right player's hands. Now, if you want more damage, I'm going to showcase to you another build after we've gone through each piece, so you can have a full idea, and then we can show you a comparison of what I'll use. I probably alternate between the two because they're for different situations. This is for if I want to fight a whole server by myself. So you can use this mask. You don't have to use it if you don't have it. I would probably go for a Healer Guard mask with crit damage or armor regeneration if you don't have this mask. 5% total armor, which is a big deal. Trust me, if you put everything on the table, like the adrenaline rush, our base armor regeneration that scales off of our armor values, it's very, very powerful. And we got crit chance, crit damage modification, 12%. Very, very nice. So then we got the 2-piece Badger Tough, which gives us shotgun damage and another 5% total armor. Like I said, I tried the 2-piece Bulwark to give us 2.2 million armor. It was incredible. I was running around never dying. I even put perfect efficient on it, but I've made a build like that similarly, and I would rather run it with the exotic backpack, but it does work well. But you just run around shooting marshmallows and you just survive. It would be a very, very good distraction build, but that's why I've gone for this. And Unbreakable means you don't have to run away and proc armor kits, which it's not really my playstyle if I'm honest. So armor regen, crit chance, armor. We got perfect Unbreakable, 55% of your armor, as opposed to the normal Unbreakable, which is 50, like I said. Yeah, so that's going to go hand in hand with the backpack, Badger Tough. But let's move on to the holster first. Belston Armory, which gives us 1% armor regen, armor regen, crit chance, very simple. Then the bag, Badger Tough, the 2-piece, armor regen, crit chance. I'm going to try and optimize this build with Adrenaline Rush and armor 168. Then we have got the Cheska gloves. Very, very nice because, like I said before, shotgun and crit chance are very important. We need to get our crit chance as close to 60% as possible. Armor, crit damage, crit chance, very nice. And the 1-piece Cheska gives us 10% critical hit chance. Then the knee pads, Murakami Industries. Hopefully you guys can have some with crit chance. Unfortunately, I've only got the crit damage ones. I'm not going to complain though. It works okay, especially because your Shade Tick watch will have a certain amount of crit chance rolled on it anyway. So this skill duration doesn't help too much. I've actually tried this build with a Fox's Prayer and it works really well. That extra 8% damage, 2 targets out of cover works great. Now, armor damage would also scale very well with the shotgun build. So you could put Contractor's Gloves and then Cheska knee pads. It's completely up to you, but you will lose quite a significant amount of armor regeneration. Because as you guys can see, we've got 12% armor damage already, which is quite strong. So if you want to, put armor regen on this build or take it away. There's various means to do that. What I will do quickly is showcase a secondary way of running this build in which I also utilize myself. So it's quite similar, except we've got 1.9. Do not, trust me, do not be fooled. 1.9 and 2 million, it on paper doesn't seem like a lot of difference, but it is. This is 1.9. I can feel it when I'm playing, but the great thing about this build right here is we have got the same chest piece, but what I've done is I've added 2-piece golem gear to give me more armor regeneration, which means our armor regen goes up significantly. And because we've gone for the Bellstone gloves, we've got more armor regen. So 2-piece for more armor regen, 1-piece for more armor regen, and knee pads. And then we've gone for the 2-piece badger for that beautiful shotgun damage and total armor. So right now our crit damage is a bit lower, but if you can take a look here, guys, 77,000 armor regen, and it fools you because this build does a lot more damage than the one I just showcased because of the backpack talent. So we don't have adrenaline rush on this one. We have got wicked, which gives us 18% damage. You can proc this in many ways using the exotic shotgun. I use the disruption pulse, which pulses NPCs or players, and it gives us this for quite a long amount of time, for 20 seconds. So you can hit, in PvE, you can hit just under 500,000 a shot. So it's really, really powerful. The chunky armor, the armor regen is skyrocketing. But to be honest, this is more for if you want to play with a team or if you want to do like 1v1s with players. But if you want max survivability with utility, this is definitely going to be the one for you, this tank build. And honestly, I really, really do enjoy it. And the fact that, you know, we did swap, we had the Bellstone 1-piece on this build already, but the 2-piece golden gives us that huge armor regen. But a lot of the time in PvP, like if you're 1v1ing somebody, armor regen is dependent on your playstyle. Are you a console player? Do you like, you know, strafing a lot? If you like strafing a lot on your own console, the second build will probably be the best one. This one is good for PC because we're not too focused on armor regeneration. You can run around someone. So many times I fought players with any kind of intimidate lady death SMG build has got no chance against this build because you are so tanky. We've got armor regeneration. Adrenaline rush will tank most of the damage in the first place, and it comes back every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds, and if there's more players, it stacks. That's 30% armor when there's 3 players. That's why this is just going to be the best Immortal shotgun build that you can see, really. But like I said before, there's so many ways you guys can take this. Like if you don't like the pulse and you want to go for something new, Coyote's Mask is a good option. Yes, you will lose lots of armor and survivability, but you will be hitting 25% more critical damage. Actually, probably more. You'll probably be hitting somewhere like between 35 and 40% more critical damage. So it's completely up to you guys. So the pulse. Now, 9.1 second cooldown. This alone is the reason why I love this combination, because when you pulse someone, even if they have a decoy down, because decoys are running rampant in this game, and if someone has a decoy down, I can still see you, bud. I will still see that player and they cannot escape me, which is very, very nice, especially when you're getting rushed by those glass cannon players who can even 2-tap you with a pistol with glass cannon, so be careful. But this helps you so much in the dark zone. If you're playing in conflict with this build, do not use the mask and do not use the pulse because it doesn't help that much. I think the cooldown in conflict is not there. It's 54 seconds, which is absolutely ridiculous. I think the devs need to fix this. I don't understand why it's that long. But even for conflict, I think the normal pulse is like 80 seconds or 90 seconds. It's ridiculous. So the shield, make sure you guys put the damage bonus, the percentage damage bonus, and shield health. That's very important. Or active regeneration, or holstered, which means if the shield's away, it regenerates its health. Statistics, let's have a look. So we have got 57% crit chance, 100 crit damage, or almost 105, and 12% armor damage. You guys can pause the video if you want to have a look. This armor regen works really, really well. And then very, very nice amount of cooldown on our, on our pulse. I just love the way it works. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think of the builds. Which one would suit your playstyle more? Do you want to have a bit more damage, slightly less armor? Like I said before, don't be fooled. The values do make a big difference. Perfectly efficient could be another way you could further enhance this to get more survivability, but that would mean you have to run away and hide in proc armor kits, and it's a whole different playstyle. So, like I said before, guys, make sure to click that like button, subscribe, and I'll be seeing everybody in the next video. Peace out, guys.